Okay, so welcome to this webinar, friends. As you know, this is a webinar on cloud computing and some more things actually. Probably we'll discuss all these things in great details today. Okay, and thanks for joining. Actually, Sundays are not so easy to, attend any classes or to learn anything, right? It's actually a very dull day or lazy day for everyone. But anyhow, thanks again for joining. Hopefully the next 1 hour, I'll try to do my best to make this 1 hour, uh, a good experience for you probably. Fine. So before we see what is cloud computing or what we are going to learn in this particular course or in this particular package, I'll just introduce myself here. I'm Shakeel On here. Okay, I have 14 plus years of experience in this IT industry or IT field. Now, 14 plus years is some time, right? So you know what I did in my 14 years or 13, 14, 15 years of experience? I have worked on different domains actually. Like, I started from Windows Server Administration. Okay, with this network administration. Windows Server Administration means I hope, there are some courses like MCS, ER, MCITP and all those things. And coming to network administration, I have done something like CCNA, CCNP and CCIE. So I started my career from here. See, whenever you talk about server, how can you miss Linux server, right? Probably one of the most famous server across the globe. Over the internet, actually 80 to 90% servers or 80 to 90% applications that are running, they are running on Linux server. So I have experience on Linux server also, especially Red Hat Linux. Fine. Now with this, I know this virtualization technology. Okay. I know security concept. Security means your firewalls and all those things. Okay. And for last 6, 7 years, I am on cloud computing. Okay. You may be thinking like, is it needed to do all these things in career? See, once you start a career or once you move ahead in career, you do many things. You're not, simply working on one particular thing in your career. For you also, like if you start on cloud computing, maybe after like 3 years or 5 years, there are different roles in cloud computing. Or maybe you can stick to cloud computing different roles, or maybe you can go to DevOps, or you can go to cloud computing security, or you can go to cyber security. Just try to improve yourself. You just try to change with time. Okay. So all these things I have done in my career. And you know what is the best part here, my friend? Especially for me in a way, in cloud computing is a technology where there are some Windows Server administration concept, there are network administration concept, there are Linux administration concept. Virtualization is the backbone of cloud computing, my friend. And without learning or without understanding security, you cannot do much in cloud computing. So cloud computing is something which has all these things. Now the question for you is it needed for you to learn virtualization or complete security concept or complete networking concept? Answer is no. I'm saying all these concepts are there. With this, actually, we have database also. So do I need to learn the complete database, a SQL database, or some other database? No. There are some concepts in cloud computing. There are some services in cloud computing which are related to this concept. So when you go with security alone, you may spend nearly like 2 months learning security, firewalls and all those things. If you go with cyber security, you may spend more time there. But in cloud computing, my friend, in 3 sessions, you can complete your security concept. At least whatever is it in our curriculum that we can finish in 3 sessions. Okay. Now coming to networking part. When I did my CCNA, CCNP, CCIE, starting from CCNA and when I reached my CCIE, it took me nearly 3 years. Back in 2009, 10 actually. So starting from CCNA till CCIE, it took me that much time, 3 years. But in cloud computing, the networking concepts that we have in cloud computing, it will take around 8 to 10 days, 8 to 10 classes. Okay. So my experience that I have on different domains in my career will hopefully help me in presenting the concept of cloud computing in much better and much easy way. Okay, so this is your cloud computing, my friend. Cloud computing is something that is, that have multiple technologies or multiple services in it. This is one of the main reason why it is in great demand for last 6-7 years, at least for last 4 to 5 years, and for coming many more years to come. Cloud computing will be one of the hottest, job roles across the globe in all the companies. Fine. Now, let us try to see some more things. See, there are two options here, my friend. One is you can simply go with cloud computing here. In cloud computing, we are learning Amazon Web Services. So you can simply go with this particular course. Well and good. So to learn this particular course, you need some basics of Linux and basics of Windows servers that I'll be covering in our cloud computing class. But my friend, if you know Linux server administration, now you have simply increased your job opportunities. With basics of Linux and basics of Windows, you can learn cloud computing, my friend. Please try to understand what I'm saying here. I repeat, with basics of Linux and basics of Windows servers, you can learn your cloud computing. But if you want to get a better job with good package and in a good company, a company will look for a person who knows AWS, that is your cloud computing, as well as your Linux server administration, my friend. Linux server is a backbone for any technology, like it is for cloud computing or for DevOps or for cyber security or many other things actually. We simply cannot imagine computer networks or internet or anything without Linux servers. If you're a programmer, you will be connected to Linux server. If you're a developer, you are connected to Linux server. If you're working on artificial intelligence, machine learning, okay, Internet of Things, robotics, there are many technologies, right? Whatever technology someone is related with, at the end of the day, every day he is connected to some Linux server. So Linux servers are very closely related to our cloud computing concept. So here, there are two options for you. You can simply go with cloud computing that you can finish probably in 45 days or so. Great. But with this, if you can spend some extra time with me, there is a Linux administration course also that I'm offering here. So this Linux administration course will simply help you in understanding many other concepts, my friend. Many other concepts, as well as it will help you in getting a better job. For rest of your life, the Linux servers will be there with you for, in any field, any job role, any company, anywhere across the globe, this particular Linux servers will be there. Okay. Now with this Linux server, I'll be sharing some of my recorded sessions of Windows servers also. Windows Server administration. See, 85 to 90% servers across the globe, or at least let's say around 90% servers across the globe, they are running either on Windows Server or Linux server. So as a cloud administrator, do we need to know this? Of course, we have to know this, my friend. Without, having proper knowledge on Linux and Windows, it's hard to get a job. You can learn. There is a very slight, difference here. Try to understand again, please. With basics of Linux, you can learn cloud computing. But with basics of Linux, can we get a proper job in cloud computing? Now, this is debatable. Now, the next point here is cloud computing plus Linux servers. Can we get a job? Can we get a better job? The answer is we can get a great job actually. We can get a good package in a very good company. Got it? So this is a webinar where we'll be, discussing about cloud as well as our servers. Done. So if you're interested only in cloud, well and good, most welcome. But if you're, trying to make a better career, a proper career for like, see, no one is making a career for 3 months or 6 months or a year or 2 year, right? Our career is for our lifelong, maybe for next 5, 10, 15, 20 years. So the best option for you is this. So if you want to go with package, and probably you'll get some discount also from the institute. So AWS plus Linux and Windows Server package, that will be better for you. Okay. Anyhow, let's see. But before again, we see what is cloud and what is Linux and all those things. Let us make a small protocol for ourselves. See, this is a live session, right? The session has already started recording. So we'll share the recordings with you, not only today, every session we will record here, my friend. Till the end of our course, cloud computing or Linux or Windows servers, each and every session will be recorded and all the recordings will be shared with you. Done? This is one thing. Now, the second thing is your chat box. See, I will not disable chat box here. I will not mute you from my side. Unmuting and muting option is with you, my friend, and the chat box is always open, not only for today, till the end of our course. Whenever you have any question, whenever you have any doubt, feel free to send your question in the chat box. Feel free to send your question in chat box. If you're taking your doubt with you, you are in loss. I repeat, whenever you have any online session, a live session with a trainer, you should utilize that live session by clearing all your doubts. So chat box is there. So no issues. Send your question. I'll address your question at the earliest. Got it? So recordings will be there, chat box will be there, and every day I'll provide some running notes so that it will be easy for you to, prepare for interviews, and it will be easy for you to prepare for your uh, learning things and all those things. Okay, so I'll provide you all these things. So the notes will contain some theoretical part as well as some practical part. In our classroom, we will go with theory as well as practical. Without practicals, we cannot learn cloud or Linux or Windows. Obviously, there are many practicals we need to see. We'll go through all these practicals. Fine. Now, one more thing, I just need to add it here just for, record purpose. If you're just coming for AWS, my friend, the duration is around 45 days and the fees for AWS is 5,000. Okay. Now, if you come only for Linux, maybe some people are interested only in Linux as of now. So this Linux is there with Linux and Windows actually. Okay. So this will come in again. That's the fees. But like I said, we have a package here. I'll be covering all these things, Windows servers, Linux servers, as well as cloud computing. So there's the reason we have a package. So if you want to come in package, that is your same AWS, same syllabus, same Linux syllabus, as well as same Windows syllabus. What is the syllabus we will see, and hopefully management will share the syllabus with you. So if you want to come in package, you will get some discount for sure. Okay. Now I'm just sharing some information in chat box. Just try to see this, please. I'll be sharing my mail ID here. Okay, then I have a WhatsApp number. For completing our demo session, if you have any doubts or if you need some career suggestions or career guiding, so whatever things you want to clear, feel free to ping me on my mail ID or at least on the WhatsApp number. Okay, I'll help you in every way that is possible. At least you can utilize my experience for yourself. I am expecting like most of your freshers here, or maybe having 2, 3, 4 years of experience, maybe in this particular field or some other field. Okay, so I can simply help you out in this regard. So I've already shared the mail ID there as well as the mobile phone number. So probably you can get in touch with me and you can clear all your doubts. Done. This is what the package is all about, and this is what the things that we are learning. And I hope you are much more familiar with me now with my experience and all the things I have done in my career. Okay. Now let us move into this cloud, Linux and Windows servers, and let us try to see why they are in so much demand. Okay, so before I move, I'll just take a break for 30 seconds. If there is any suggestion or any questions from your side, feel free to send your question in chat box. I'll take your question, then I'll move to the next part of our webinar. Okay, fine, great. Let us move and let us see. some very basics of cloud computing. Okay. Now, to understand the concept of cloud computing here, friends, we need to understand one thing. I hope I'll get next half an hour from you. So just try to listen the things what I'm trying to explain you. This next half an hour will clear many doubts actually. You will probably get some new doubts, but whatever doubts you clear each and everything. Okay. So the main thing that we need to understand here is these things. What is a server? If you know what is a server, cloud computing, Linux, and many other things you can understand easily. Fine. You know this terminology very well, right? A server. Probably you heard this terminology many times in your life. Maybe, sometime you are paying money through Phone Pay or Google Pay, and you got a message that like your server is busy. You're trying to book your train ticket or a bus ticket or a plane ticket, and you got the message as your server is busy. Sometimes you're sending a message on WhatsApp and you got a message as server is busy. So this server terminologies we know very well for last many years. From the day we started using internet, we know there is something called server. But now let us try to understand technically, my friend, what is a server? Okay. Now, whenever you hear the terminology server, there are two things you need to understand, my friend. One is server is a hardware machine and server is a operating system. Now, this is very important. What is server? Server is a hardware machine and server is a operating system. So when I say hardware, I'm talking about the processor, that is your CPU, the memory, that is your RAM, storage, that is your hard disk, NIC card, that is your, network interface card that will allow you to connect with the other devices. Obviously, there is a power supply and there is a main board or motherboard. So this is your hardware. Which hardware? A server hardware. Now you might be thinking like the hardware what I have discussed about server, the same hardware is there in your laptop or a desktop or even in your mobile phone, right? Exactly. The hardware of a laptop, desktop and a server is same. I repeat, the hardware is same. But the difference here is if you go with your laptop, how much storage you have in your laptop? Let's say 2 TB, right? Maximum 2 TB. But my friend, when you go with a server, you may get 500 TB. Now just see the size of the storage. 500 TB or maybe 5000 TB of storage. Not a big deal. In server, you will have 5000 TB of storage. I'm not saying only 5 TB, I'm saying 5000 TB. Now the big question here is why we need tens and hundreds and thousands of TB of storage in a server. The reason here, my friend, is if you use your laptop, how many people are connected to your laptop? You're the only one person who is connected to that particular laptop, right? For example, let's say we have a user here with the name Abhishek. Abhishek is connected to this laptop, or maybe Shraddha is connected to this laptop. You're using this laptop for your personal use or for office use, but you're the only one person connected. So 2 TB is more than enough. But coming to server, this is your server machine. Coming to server machine, you know how many people will be connected to server? Hundreds and thousands and lakhs of people are connected to server. Okay. So when this many people are connected to server, they will store data inside the server. So let's say to this particular server, there are totally 9,000 people connected. And every day, these users are storing data. Some are marketing people, some are accountants, some are finance people, some are programmers, some are HR, some are managers. These people will store data in this particular server. So obviously, we need more storage, isn't it? We need more storage. So for this, we need to bring server. That is the one thing. So a server with high capacity. Now, how much money you spend to buy a laptop? Let's say 80,000 rupees, you will get a good configuration laptop, right? 80,000 rupees. But if you want to take a server, a good configuration server, maybe you need to spend how much? 800,000. That is 8 lakh Indian rupees. Now that is some money, right? For a laptop, 80,000. For a server, maybe 8 lakh rupees, maybe 4 lakh rupees, or maybe 20 lakh rupees. We need to spend a lot of money because server is a machine with more hardware capabilities, more storage, more processors, more RAM. So you need to spend more money on a server hardware. I hope it is clear. Now, the next part here is this server operating system. Now, can we run our laptop, desktop, or mobile phone without a operating system? Answer is no. So in the same way, we cannot run a server without a operating system. So we need to have a operating system. But in server, there is a special operating system, my friend. There is a special operating system. And you know which operating system we have in server? The operating system that we have in server is either Linux operating system or Windows operating system. Remember at the start of the session, I said Linux and Windows servers are used in around 90% servers across the globe. Across the globe, that's a big number, right? Okay, so we have this particular server with a operating system that can be Linux or Windows. So now company will buy a server hardware and company is looking for a person who can work on this particular software. That is your Linux and Windows. Now tell me, how many of you know how to use a Linux server or Windows server? If you're a fresher, answer is no. No one knows this, right? But once you take the training of Linux server administration and Windows server administration, you're eligible for this Linux administrator job as well as the Windows administrator job. I hope it is clear now. You got some basic idea of what is server. Server is a hardware machine as well as server is a operating system, my friend. Now, let me just elaborate this a bit more details. So basically the first layer we know is our hardware layer. We know hardware is very, high in configuration and high in price. So obviously we have to take this hardware. Great. Then we have the next layer, and this next layer is your operating system, whether it is Linux or Windows, right? This is your operating system. You have to take it can be a Linux operating system or it can be a Windows operating system. Now, before I ask you a very simple question, let me just go to Google and show you, let's say Dell servers. You know this company Dell, right? Dell, HP, IBM, Toshiba, Lenovo. You might have seen laptops with these companies. Now, the same companies will manufacture your server also. Okay. Now, see here, there is a server which cost you 2,75,000 rupees. There is a server that cost you 2,50,000 rupees. There is a server that cost you nearly 3 lakh rupees. Okay. Want to see this server once? Let me just take you through this server. This is server hardware. See here, how much TB we can attach here? 76 TB. 76 TB in today's time is not a big storage, my friend. But see, the cost is also manageable, right? It's only 3 lakh rupees. So if you want to increase your storage from 76 TB to let's say 500 TB, this particular price will increase. Got it? Now, very simple question to you, friends. I hope I'll get an answer from your side. A company has taken a server, and in that server, they have installed the server operating system. Server hardware can be from any company like, Toshiba, Lenovo, Dell, HP, IBM, whatever company, and the operating system is either Linux and Windows. Now, one more thing before I go. If there is a small company, they may have around 30 to 50 servers, 30 to 50 different servers. Medium company can have, let's say, around 200 to 500 servers. A big company can have thousands of servers. Not one server, my friend. How many? Hundreds and thousands of servers can be there. Okay. And in each server, whether there are 30 servers or 300 servers or 3,000 servers, every server is like this. First layer is your hardware. Second layer is your operating system. So my question to you is, why we need a server hardware with so much configuration and why we need a server operating system? What exactly is the need of this server hardware and server operating system? Can anyone answer this, please? what is the need of a server machine that is costing you some lakhs of rupees, and what is the need of a server operating system that again cost you a lot of money, at least for a company. Please try to keep these sessions interactive. It will help you as well as the other people who are, joining this session. And one more thing before I get any answer from your side. See, from tomorrow, that is Monday morning, 7 a.m., we'll start regular classes. Already we have some people who already joined this particular course. Okay, and we are expecting some more people. Probably we'll get some more people from this group and some other people. So morning, 7 a.m. We'll start our regular classes. Okay. Okay, I'm still waiting for the answer here. Why we need a server or why we need a server operating system? Why exactly we need server?
To process the request,
Okay, fine.
service request.
That's a great answer to process the request. Great. Now, what exactly is this process the request? Now, right now, the time is 10:34 a.m. Right? India Standard Time, 10:34 a.m. Now, I'm sitting in a city like Hyderabad. Right now, can I imagine how many people are using, let's say, Phone Pay app to pay the money? You know, if you want to take some vegetables or if you want to buy a laptop or anything, we can use this particular app, right? Okay. So at this moment, within a city like Hyderabad, forget about India, within a city like Hyderabad, how many people are using Phone Pay app and how many people are making money? So this is a request from your mobile phone to the Phone Pay application so that it can, connect to the bank and it can, do some transaction there. So maybe there are, let's say, just roughly, let's say 200,000, 2 lakh people are sending a message to the Phone Pay server so that they can pay some money to the vendor or to pay some money to any XYZ person. But what if the time is, let's say 2 a.m. Now, how many people will pay money at 2 a.m.? How many businesses will run at 2 a.m.? Let's say at 2 a.m., maybe 10,000 people are paying money. 10,000 is also a big number. Let's say only 3,000 people will pay money. Now, see here, my friend, this particular Phone Pay app, I'm just taking the example of Phone Pay. I can take any application example, but as of now, let's say Phone Pay. At one time, only 3,000 people are connected to this Phone Pay. At some other time, 2 lakh people are connected. And just imagine there is some festival. Right now, we are in some festival season, right? So how many people are purchasing, buying things across the, businesses and all those things? So the number of requests will go to the Phone Pay has increased. Okay. Now, the reason for taking this server hardware and this server operating system is to run our application here, my friend. We can call it as application or we can call it as service. Now, Phone Pay is a application. Now, how many applications you have in your mobile phone? Maybe like 10, 20, 30, 40 applications easily. Phone Pay, WhatsApp, okay, Ola or Uber, Swiggy or Zomato, Facebook, Instagram. What else, my friend? There are many applications you have, right? Now, have you ever imagined where these applications are running actually? Now, this is the whole story. What you see right now on your screen is the whole story. Any application, to run an application, we need a operating system. And to run that operating system, we need the hardware. This is the whole story, my friend. Now, why we are discussing actually? We are into cloud computing and all those things, right? Why exactly we are discussing these things? I'll make things more interesting now. Listen carefully, please. Let me just go to this slide. See, server hardware is layer 1. Then this server operating system, this is mandatory. Okay. And on top of this, what sort of application you're running, it's up to you. It can be a banking application, gaming application, some programming, some coding or whatever things, my friend. It can be MS Office also. Okay, so that application is running and we are the users. We are sitting somewhere here. Okay, now the thing is how we can take server or from where we can take server. This is a big question we need to address. Now, the answer is we can take a server in two ways. One is we can go with a physical server, and the other thing is we can go with a virtual server. Got it? Sorry. Okay, so one is a physical server and one is a virtual server. Physical server is what? Just now we have seen this, right? This is your physical server. What you see right now on your screen, this is a real physical server. Let me show you some more servers here. See, this is a physical server. You may feel like it is looking like a desktop, right? But no, it is a server with more hardware capabilities inside. And if you go and see this server here, it looks a bit different, right? This is called actually a blade server. So see, this is a server that is designed by, or that is manufactured by the Dell company. So if you want to take a physical server, you can just go to Dell, IBM, Lenovo, Toshiba, any company, you can buy the physical server. But physical servers are, if I can say in a very simple terminology, a big headache. But if you go back in history, 20 years before, 30 years before, there was no other option. We have to buy the physical servers. How many physical servers? You need, let's say, 300 physical servers, my friend. How many? 300 physical servers. So you have to buy 300 physical servers, and in each physical server, we need to install the server operating system. What we need to install? We need to install the server operating system. Now, there is a situation here. Let's say tomorrow we need extra 60 servers. Within next 24 hours, how many servers we need? Extra 60 servers. There is a project. Suddenly we need to increase our servers. Now, within 24 hours, can we add 60 more servers? Answer is a big no. That's not possible. So physical servers are still running in companies. Physical servers are still there across the globe, but there are many disadvantages in this physical server. First of all, we need to buy them. We need to install the operating system, maintain them. If there is some physical problem, we need to troubleshoot. If there is some, issue, we need to, repair and all those things. But now we have one more option, my friend, and that option is actually called virtual server. And from where we can take virtual server? We can take virtual server from a cloud provider. From where? Cloud provider. Amazon, Microsoft, Google, IBM, Oracle, HP, Dell, DigitalOcean, VMware, Citrix, Salesforce. You just name a big company. That big company is providing you these cloud services. So what are these cloud services? In cloud services, they are providing you this particular hardware, this particular operating system. Companies, the cloud providers are saying, listen, you need to run your application, right? So to run your application, you need a operating system, you need a server hardware. So why you're taking this headache, man? Just come to us. We are cloud providers. Tell us how many servers you need. You need 300 servers. Okay, next 5 minutes or next 2 minutes, actually, we will provide you 300 servers. Okay, tomorrow you need extra 60 servers. Come anytime and take extra 60 servers. Okay, after 3 months, you need 400 more servers. Come anytime and take 400 servers. Okay, now your requirement has decreased. From 700 servers, you need only 500 servers. Okay, just remove 200 servers, job done. So cloud provider is a company like Amazon, Microsoft, Google. They provide you these servers and the server operating system, I can say on lease or on rent. Whatever terminology you use. You just pay money and you use the servers. This is a beautiful concept of cloud computing, my friend. So now there is no need for a company to buy physical servers. You can just take a server from cloud and you can run your applications. This is so smooth and so simple. Now, shall we see this practical? Shall we see this practically how you can take this server? Now, just give me a couple of minutes here, friends. In next couple of minutes, you know what I'll do? I'll connect to my AWS account. In coming classes, I'll show you how to create an AWS account for yourself, which is the free tier account. But everything is not free. There are some ifs and buts. But as of now, there is an account that you can create and you can use it for your practicals. Okay, so I will just log into my AWS free tier account here, and I will create a server for you. I will launch a server for you. Okay, it is asking some extra security things here. Okay, I'll just skip it for now. See here, friends. This is your console where you will be learning your Amazon Web Services. This is your AWS and this is your console. Once you create your account, you will see exactly a console like this. Once you go to a company, this will be the console. You will see that exactly same console. No issues, no differences, nothing. Same console here, same console there. Okay, so what exactly is this console? See, here there is an option which says North Virginia, Mumbai, Singapore, Sydney, Ireland, London. If I just come down, can you see Hyderabad here? We just saw Mumbai there and there is Hyderabad here. Milan, Spain. We can see, UAE. You can see Hong Kong, Cape Town. All these places, right? At least these places exist somewhere, right? Now, these are the places where Amazon people have their data centers. I repeat, these are the places where Amazon people have their data center. In India, they have data centers in two locations. We can see one is in Hyderabad and the other one is in Mumbai. Microsoft people, they have their own data center. Google, they have their own data center. These are the data centers of only Amazon. Want to see how their data centers look actually? If I say AWS data center, let's connect to any data center. I'm a Hyderabad, Mumbai, or any XYZ data center. This is the data center, my friend. Just see the size of this data center. Now, say this person is doing something. What he's holding there? That is actually one server. Out of all those lakhs of servers, this is one of the server he is holding there. Now, this server we will take on lease or on rent. We pay some money. Instead of paying 8 lakh rupees for one server on day one, we pay some minimum rupees and we can take this server from them. And what we need to do, we need to run the application. That's it. So say this is your Amazon data center somewhere, and you can see here some technician is doing some work here. Okay. And if you want to go and search or browse some more data centers, you can see many things over the internet. These are some of the other data centers that you can see from inside. Okay, probably we are not working here actually. We are working for some other company, but just to show you how the data center looks, this is the way the data center looks. Okay. Okay, so what I'll do now is I will launch a web server for you. In next couple of minutes, I will launch a web server. Okay, I'm not explaining anything, but what I'll do now in this web server, I will be using some networking settings. I'll be using a Linux operating system. I'll be using some virtualization technology. I'll be using some firewall. I'll use all these things and I'll launch a web server in next 2 minutes. And where I'm doing all these things in cloud, in Amazon cloud. So I'm not explaining anything. Please excuse me for this. I'll just show you a brief demo, a practical demo. Okay. Okay, so say launch instance here. Test web server. See here, can you see the operating systems here, friends? This is what I said. You simply cannot run away from Red Hat Linux. Microsoft Ubuntu is also Linux operating system. AWS Linux is also Linux. Mac is some other OS which is similar to again Linux, but still it's a different OS. So we can see all the operating systems here. So I have just selected AWS Linux here. Okay, I have selected some instance type, that is your hardware, how much hardware I need. I have selected all these things here. I am creating some special password actually, so that only I can connect to this particular machine. No other person can connect. Okay, now this is your networking settings here. See, I'll just go to edit settings. I'll make changes. See all these things, whatever I'm doing here, my friend, we have to see this practically in our coming classes. Okay. Public IP, a very big topic that we need to see again in great detail. So I got some public IP address here. Then see, security. Can you see here? This is your security. That is your firewall. It's clearly says firewall here, right? Anyhow, I need to enable some services here. So what services? SSH is already enabled. I'll go with HTTP and let's say anywhere for just this practical. See storage. I've already selected 8 GB storage. That is more than enough as of now. Come down, go to this advanced details. Now I have a script here that I'll share with you in coming classes. I'll just copy this script. I will paste this script. Actually, this script will be very useful for me to make a web server. Okay, so what I'll do here is I'll write down our names. I'll begin with my name, Abhishek, Shraddha, Durga, Pradeep, let's say Virat Kohli, SRK. I'm just adding some names here, my friend. I'll say launch instance. You know what I did now? I have connected to AWS data center, which is there in Northern Virginia. You know where is Northern Virginia? Somewhere in USA, right? Around, 13,000 kilometers away from my location. Okay. And I have connected to the data center. I have successfully launched a server. And in that server, I have successfully launched a web application. Want to see it? I'll go to these instances now. So still it is pending here. So within some seconds, actually, it will come up. At least in minutes maximum, it will come up. Now see, it is showing here as running. See, I have connected to the cloud computing, the AWS cloud. In that AWS cloud, Amazon people have many data centers. So I have connected to one of the data center, and from their data center, I have taken the computer hardware with some configuration. I have taken the Linux operating system. I have configured some networking settings there. I have taken some storage. I have configured some firewall settings there, and I have launched a web server. This much I did within next 2 minutes, but to explain all these things, maybe I need 20 classes or 20 days actually. That is our, course, at least, 20 classes out of all those things we are learning here. Okay, now server is ready, but it is a web server, so I should access that web server. You should access that web server, right? How to access? There is a public IP address here. You can see 18.204.43.198. I'll copy this. I'll go to browser here. Let me just enter that IP. Okay, it may take some more seconds actually. Remember, our names are there in that web server, so we need to see the names there. That's it. Our project will be successfully done. See, I hope it will come now. Let me just copy this again. Done. Can you see the names here? Abhishek, Shraddha, Pradeep, all these names what I have added there. This is a web server, my friend. Is there any server in my home? No. Is there any server operating system in my home? Is there any firewall or any resources? No. I have just connected to the cloud. I have launched my server. Now see how beautiful concept is this. Do one thing, please. I'm just, sharing the IP address in chat box. Same address, 18.204.43.188. Copy this IP address in your browser and tell me if you are able to access this server or not. It is a web server, right? So you should access the web server from any location, right? So this is a web server. Try to access it and tell me from which location you are able to connect to this web server. Where it is running, it doesn't matter. It is running in North Virginia in USA. It can be running in Hyderabad data center or Cape Town data center or Singapore data center. It doesn't matter. The client should access that particular application. No one knows where exactly the PhonePe application is running or WhatsApp application is running, right? We are connecting to the application. Our work is done. Okay, people like you and me are sitting in PhonePe and WhatsApp and all these companies, and they are maintaining those servers. Okay, next time whenever you connect to Netflix, just remember one thing: Netflix is running on AWS. Whenever you watch anything on Netflix, you're watching from the Amazon Web Services cloud. But do I need to worry like in which data center they are running their servers? I don't need to worry, right? I'm just a user, I'm just a client. Okay, anyone access this server? 18.204.43.198. We'll finish in next 5 minutes. Just hold on for next couple of minutes, 5 minutes maximum. We'll finish this session. Okay, I'll do one thing. I'll just go there and terminate this session. Terminate this web server actually.
Yes, sir. I have logged in that IP.
Okay. Okay. You're
And
able to.
yes, sir, I am able to log in.
Okay, great. You're able to access this server, right? That's it.
Yes,
This is,
yes,
yeah, this is the server that I have configured and it is running on cloud.
yes.
Okay, great. I'll just terminate this session, terminate this, server because that is not needed, right? Only for practical purpose, I have created this. So this is the importance of cloud computing, my friend. I hope you understood the concept. Like if I just go back to the first page, this is cloud computing, and in cloud computing, we are learning AWS and we are learning many services there. Okay. And if you want to come in a package, like, Linux and Windows servers are also added there. Okay. So once you add AWS, Linux, and Windows servers on your resume, automatically your resume will catch a lot of eyes. Okay. A lot of companies will call you for sure because you have many things written. So next 2 months, probably you'll finish all this. At 7 a.m., I'll be starting the AWS session. Let me just write it down. From tomorrow, 7 a.m. And Linux, I'll start after a week or so, maybe 1 hour before or 1 hour after the class, maybe like 8 a.m. or 9 a.m. or maybe morning 6 a.m. So parallel, you can complete these two courses in next 2 months. Let's say at 6 a.m. probably. Okay, friends. So this is something about the course, the package, about me, about the technology and all those things. And now it's up to you. If you have any doubts, questions, feel free to clear your doubts. And I have already shared some number and some mail ID, right? So if you want to interact with me over the mail, or if you want to clear some doubts on WhatsApp, feel free to send it to me. I have again shared the number there. So that's it.
Uh,
Yeah. Yes, Sudha, please go ahead.
yes, good morning, sir. I just want to ask, is there any certification related to this course? May we get a certificate after completing this course?
Excellent question. See, we will provide you the certification. DurgaSoft people will provide you the certification. But coming to the online certification, obviously Amazon is a very big company, right? They will provide you the online certification. What certifications they will provide you, what certifications you should go for, probably that we will see in coming 2-3 classes. Because, one session is not sufficient to cover all these things, right? So
Okay.
hopefully Monday or Tuesday, I'll go to that certification part. Okay, so there we will see.
Okay.
Yeah,
Is it there is having a different certification, AWS partnership certification and all. So
exactly.
that actually I am a corporate trainer in training placement department.
Mhm.
So I just want to focus on that things.
You want to focus on AWS practitioner?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
I just want to grow up to the level.
Okay. This
Initially, the
is
level is partition,
the
partnerships. No?
okay. This is actually above partition. We'll cover the partition things, practitioner. Sorry, not partition.
Yes.
Practitioner things, as well as we'll cover the next level also.
Okay. Sir, actually, I am having a time issue because I have to reach office at 8:30 a.m.
Okay.
Okay. So I have to ready up and I'm on the way up to 8 o'clock.
But this particular session is at 7 only, Shraddha. So
Mm.
I'm
So,
not sure how you can manage this, but this is at 7. And by the way, this is the syllabus. They will share the syllabus with you once you finish this demo. But
Yes.
yeah, coming to your timings,
Mm. Sir, is there any weekend courses so can attend?
no, actually, weekend I'll be busy with family and some other things, but maybe I'll start a class maybe next maybe like next 10 days or so in evening time. I'm not
Yes.
sure at what time, but as of now,
Mm.
this batch is at 7 a.m.
Okay.
Well, see, we already have some people there. We already have some students who have already joined.
Okay, sir.
We'll talk to them. In case if they say like 6:30
Mm.
is okay for them, then we can make it from 6:30 to 7:30 AWS and 7:30 to 8:30. After like 10 days, I can go with Linux. So at least for you, AWS will be okay at 6:30 to 7:30, right? So,
Sir, there is one more query.
mhm.
Sir, if I want to do with AWS partnership and above the level, so it is compulsory to be there for Linux server as Windows server, or only cloud computing AWS is enough for me?
See, to learn cloud computing and to get the certification of cloud computing, basics of Windows and basics of Linux is enough.
Mm.
But what I'm trying to say here is if you want to get a better job opportunity, better package in a big company, then they will
Mm.
look for a person who knows cloud computing as well as the Linux server administration
Okay.
because they are completely related with each other. Whatever you do on cloud, majority of things you do on a Linux server only. So if you know only 2, 3 commands or 5, 10 commands in Linux, that will not help
Mm.
you when you work actually, right? And
Okay.
90 people or 95 people out of 100, they know the
Mm.
Linux administration who apply for the cloud job, not the basics, the complete administration.
Okay. Okay, sir.
Okay. Now
Okay.
coming to the timings, like I said, you 7 is the official time. We'll just
Mm.
talk to them, the other people who
Mm.
have already joined this course. 6:30, if it is okay for them, we can go with 6:30 to 7:30 for AWS. Hopefully that will be, good for you also, and hopefully it will be good for some other people also.
Oh, yes, sir.
Let's see how it goes. So you have the numbers, you have the, management number as well as my number. So hopefully you can interact with them, the management people. They put the number here, I guess.
Sir, I am having.
Okay, fine, great.
Mm.
Okay, so that's it for the day, friends. I'm here for like 30 more seconds. Any questions, any doubts, feel free.
Yeah, sir. Actually, I just wanted to know. Based on this course, actually, some which particular certification of AWS someone can go for?
Mm.
You can go with practitioner certificate for sure, as well as you can go with the AWS Solution Associate certification. That is above the practitioner level, but
Mm.
certification is altogether a different ball game, my friend.
Mm.
Main thing is learning, main thing is concept. Okay, certification is
Mm.
the easiest thing you can do. How you can go with certification? Then again, the time is not sufficient for us to discuss all those things. Probably Monday or Tuesday when we come again, hopefully I'll explain you about the certification. I repeat, certification is not a big deal. It's very easy to go with certification. But after completing this course, there are two options for you. Either you can go with the practitioner certification. If you are a fresher, my suggestion is go with the practitioner certification. But if you already have some experience in Linux or Windows or security or virtualization or some other field, then probably those people will go with the second level, that is your solution associate level. You can go with both the certification. But again, how to go for certification, way to write the certification, how to prepare for the certification, there are very simple things that I need to explain you, I need to share with you. Again, probably that we will see on Monday or Tuesday.
So Monday, sir, what will be the timing actually? 7 a.m.
Yeah, this Monday, let's see, probably 7 a.m. or I'll talk to the management. If they can change the time from 7 a.m. to let's say 6:30, whatever time you'll get the confirmation by evening, hopefully 7:30 a.m. or 7 a.m. or 6:30 a.m. any one time.
Yeah, from DURGASOFT team, they have mentioned like 6 a.m. in the chat actually. So just wanted to reconfirm from your side actually.
Actually, they mentioned the 6 a.m. because I already started with some people. I have not covered anything there, so they are coming at 7. So we are planning to club this batch. So 6 to 6:30 will be good. 7 to 6:30 will be good. So probably I'll talk to them and I'll ask them to inform all the people to come at 6:30. If you can come at 7 or if you can come at 6, that will not be difficult for you to come at 6:30, right? So probably this will be okay for all. So I'll talk to the management and hopefully we'll just,
So in order to begin the session, AWS will be a separate session or it will be clubbed actually that Linux and Windows.
no, AWS will be a separate session and Linux and Windows will be a separate session. But when we go with the AWS concept, there are some basic things we need to see about Linux and Windows. So then that we will cover when the time comes. Maybe after like 3 weeks, we will learn some Windows and some basics Linux in AWS. But as of now at 6:30, it will be only AWS. Like I said, you my friend, in AWS, we have some basics of Windows, basics of network, basics of Linux, basics of virtualization, basics of firewall. All the things are there. So we'll cover whatever is needed in AWS. But when you go for the Linux, which is a separate course at separate time, maybe let's say 7:30, then we will completely focus on Linux administration.
So for AWS, it will be a 45 days working days, right?
45 to 50 days. So working days will be around 36, 37 actually.
Okay, okay.
Okay.
It will be from Monday to Friday, right?
Monday to Friday, and in some cases I can take class on Saturday also, because in case if there is a topic that I started on Friday, then we can have some session on Saturday. But at least 5 days a week sessions will be there. Saturdays we will decide. Sunday probably no. I'm taking a session on Sunday after some years actually, but still Saturday we can manage, because next week maybe there is some holiday, some festival, so maybe we can take 6 days in a week, and next week we can take off for that particular festival.
Okay, sir.
Okay, fine. Shraddha, can I ask you one question? If you can answer, you can answer this. No issues.
Yes,
Okay,
sir.
like you said, you are working as a trainer, or you want to pursue your career in trainer, right? So as of now, you're related with this technology, or
No, sir. Actually previously I worked with different IT company. I
mm-hmm.
was a Python developer
Okay.
there, and
Mm-hmm.
currently I am a Python trainer as well as
Okay.
programmer trainer
Okay.
in
Okay.
engineering college. I belong to MP near to Bhopal.
Okay. 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 So you're teaching in an engineering college, right? Fine.
Yes,
Okay.
I am taking a session related to Python. I'm a
Okay.
Python
Great.
trainer.
Okay. Great. See, once you move in this career in cloud computing, after cloud computing, probably you will go with something like, let me just
Mm.
add it now, just 30 seconds, I'll finish this. Probably people will go with DevOps or cyber security. These are the two other things, like the higher levels, I can say. DevOps or cyber security. What is the thing I want to show you here? For both the things, actually, this particular thing is mandatory. So Python, you're a trainer on Python, means, cloud or DevOps or cyber security, whatever you do in your career, my friend, Python will be there with you forever.
Okay.
Okay, yeah. Okay, friends. So that's it for the day. We'll meet again on Monday. At what time? Probably management will inform you by evening. Hopefully, they will inform you, so that it will be easy for you to adjust your time and come again for some more sessions. Okay.
So
So that's
in
it for the day.
AWS, like how many service you are going to cover actually?
Yeah, I'll share the syllabus with you. This is the syllabus, my friend. You can just go through the syllabus. All the things I have written clearly here.
Mm.
So again, go through the syllabus. When you come to Monday or Tuesday, whenever, it will be easy for you to, like, cross-check with the services what we are covering here. All these things will be covering.
So
Auto
this
scaling is it.
syllabus will be accessible to us by drive or what actually?
They will share a link, or they will share you the email in which the syllabus will be there.
Okay. Okay.
Mm.
I think they already shared the link also in the chat box.
Mm.
Yeah, there is a link there. Can you see content? Just click on that content. I am clicking on this content actually. And see, this is the syllabus. You can see that this is the DURGASOFT syllabus. You can see AWS syllabus there. And if you want to get the syllabus of Linux and Windows, you can just send them. ping them, or probably you can ping me on my mail ID or WhatsApp number, wherever. I'll just share the syllabus with you. Okay. Okay, so that's it for the day, friends. Have a nice day. Take care of yourself. And like I said you before, if you have already decided to go with cloud as your career, you have selected a great career for yourself. Just try to learn. When you learn, where you learn, it's a different thing. Don't worry about all those things. If you have already decided to go with cloud, Linux, and the things that are related with cloud and Linux, you have selected a great career for yourself. For next 20, 30 years, you can see yourself working in and around this cloud technology or the Linux technology, my friend. This is such a big thing. Okay. So done. That's it for the day. See you tomorrow, probably at 6:30 or 7, whatever the time. Okay, that's it for the day. Thanks for joining. Take care.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, thanks. Bye.
Thank you.